Folks, I had the opportunity to play Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. I played it for about an hour, and I have to tell you, I was quite impressed. I mean, I went in, obviously, very pumped about the game, very excited to try it, but it actually surprised me in a lot of ways with just how it plays and how it looks. So let's talk about it a little bit. Yeah, I think the look is maybe the first thing that stood out to me. I really feel like videos of this game do not do it justice. I think this is a common thing that a lot of people have kind of said. You know, Arc System Works games since, Guilty Gear Xrd have been really beautiful with their 3D, 2D kind of hybrid graphics, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, this game just looks amazing. The redesigns of the characters, I think, are also really creative. Like, I just got used to the new Iron Man look really quickly. You know, he kind of has like this very anime, very like Sentai or maybe like mecha look. And he was just awesome to play, too. Yeah, I would say Iron Man is maybe the character I focused the most on playing, but I tried about half the cast. I think another thing that surprised me was, even though, yes, this is like a simple game in the sense that you can use one-button specials and supers and stuff like that, it still does have like an Arc Sys feel to it. I really like the fact that you can do special moves with quarter circle forwards and quarter circle backs if you want to, because yeah, it makes it feel a little bit more like playing Dragon Ball Fighters or something like that. I think a lot of people kind of expected that this was going to be Marvel Strive. It was going to play similar to Guilty Gear Strive, but I actually think it plays the most like Dragon Ball. But there's definitely a little bit of everything in there. There's Strive, there's Dragon Ball, there's Blaze Blue Tag Battle. Definitely has some DNA in this game as well. And overall, I just found the gameplay very enchanting and very fun. So yeah, like I said, I played a lot of Iron Man. I played a lot of Captain America. I think Captain America is probably the easiest character in the build that was at EVO. And it kind of makes sense. You know, he's kind of like a Shoto guy. He's got like a DP that's really strong, really spammable. One button DP as well. So yeah, that might be a little bit cheap. And his shield throwing mechanic is pretty cool too. You can throw the shield and then like it'll ricochet and you can impact the ricochet by hitting it. So yeah, Cap was really fun. I played against Slash, who you guys may know as one of the best Mei players out there in Strive, and he was playing Ms. Marvel, really focusing on the character. And this was another character that I was like, wow, she is not what I expected. She plays kind of similar to Spencer from Marvel 3. So like Spencer can grapple hook around the screen, and that's what she can do with her stretchy arms. Dude, look at her super, by the way. The super animations are so sick, and then like the screen freezes when you do the supers are just so amazing. Look at that confirm, by the way, off the assist. That was pretty impressive. By the way, this is not my footage. This is courtesy of Maximilian Dude. Thank you so much to him for putting this high-quality footage out there. So yeah, as you can see, yeah, she can stretch her way around the screen, and if it hits you, she just gets like a free combo confirm off it. And she also reminded me a bit of Super Skrull, right? Super Skrull has like that spinning lariat. So again, even oh yeah, and there is her command grab super, which I got hit by a lot of times. She has a command grab and she has a command grab super. I don't think she has a normal command grab. She has a command grab super and an overhead. So yeah, she can mix you for sure once she has some meter going. And speaking of meter, yeah, like the resource system in this game is very, very interesting as well. Yeah, the assist thing, I really didn't know what to think about it. In case you guys don't know, the way that assists work in this game, your assist type is tied to your team order. So your first assist is always a horizontal, like screen filling, usually a projectile. Your second assist is always like an upward, like an anti-air style. And then your third assist is like variety type. It's usually, in my experience, your strongest assist is your third assist. And it's usually something that is like really unique to the character, that is like an incentive to put them in slot 3, is like you have access to this unique thing as their third assist. So for example, like Dr. Doom's third assist, he calls down this slow laser beam that will eventually like hit you. I believe Storm's third assist is the wind, which is kind of nuts. You can like shift the wind. So yeah, and then you don't start the round with access to all your assists. So you'll see right here, in round 1 start here, they only have access to assist 1. So you only have access to your projectile assist at round start, and then you have to unlock the others by doing various things, like a wall break will unlock them, losing a round unlocks them, so you kind of have like a comeback mechanic there. Landing a throw, I think, unlocks them, or maybe it's like only landing a throw in a corner. And then there's like the team aerial attack, I think, also unlocks them. Something like that. But yeah, I liked the flow of the rounds. I think some people were kind of turned off by the idea that you don't have access to all your assists at round start. That's pretty unusual for a tag game. But I like the flow where it's like at the start of round 1, you know, you have no meter, you only have 1 assist to work with, you're kind of fighting like 1v1. And then it's like, oh, see, he just got the wall break, so he just unlocked his 2nd assist, and now it's like, okay, now I'm a little bit stronger. I can do some unique setups, and you can obviously tag, so it's like, all right, I'm unlocking new characters to play as. And then by the time you get to like round 5, if it's like final round 2-2, bro, like you're gonna have crazy stuff going on with all your assists out. You can have multiple assists on screen at the same time as well, which is another thing that reminded me quite a bit of Dragon Ball FighterZ. So yeah, I like that flow of like you're feeling your team assembling and getting stronger as it goes on. It felt super unique, and I think it's a smart way of like setting the game apart and not just making it feel like Dragon Ball or like Marvel again. Ooh, look at the Iron Man zoning, by the way. So Iron Man, I'm sorry if I'm like all over the place. I'm just jumping around discussion topics, but there's so much to talk about. So Iron Man is not really like a high-low mix-up character like I think you would have expected. He does have 8-way air dash. If anyone was wondering whether 8-way air dash would be in the game, it is in the game. But from what I messed with, you cannot do like jump, air dash down forward, and then hit them overhead on the way down. It does not seem to be possible. I tried, and unless there's something I'm missing, you just can't do that. You have to do like jump and then air dash down and then land and go low, or you can jump, air dash forward, and go overhead. So yeah, that aspect is not there. But most of the characters in the game have flight mode. And flight mode is activated by holding up. So you just jump and you hold up, and you'll go into flight mode. And Iron Man can do some very unique things. So you saw he just air dashed. He called the beam. Now he jumped and he held up, so he's flying over. And then he unflies. Basically, whenever you press a button, you're going to unfly, which is similar to, I don't know, like Painwheel and Skullgirls is a character that reminds, I guess, like Sentinel in Marvel 3, if you press S, you like unfly. So whenever you press a button, you stop flying. So I think that might be where they want you to get your overhead options from. And Iron Man has the unique ability that he can cancel many of his attacks into flight mode. So yeah, he can do like his unique attack, which is like shooting out lasers, and he can cancel that into flight mode. So I think that's kind of how they want you to yeah, apply overheads and mix and stuff. And it felt like, you know, doing like fly and then just falling normal is somewhat ambiguous between like jumping and then air dashing down to go low. Like, I think that's where they want you to get your mix from, as well as obviously like throws and stuff. So yeah, ooh, there we had a nice combo going. So let's talk a little bit about the combo system, right? This was another thing that was definitely, I prickled a bit at this, and I think a lot of people are like, really? Is that this is your combo meter. This second meter here, when this fills up, your combo is forced to end. As far as I know, no matter what, if that meter tops out, they will pop out of the combo, and that's all she wrote. Which, yeah, in a game like Killer Instinct, I like this mechanic because there are combo breakers. So it's like, okay, you're kind of like adding different incentives into it. You're adding a second mini game here of like, do I extend my combo using things that will, you know, help me get a longer combo, but that gives them more opportunities to break, right? There's a mind game there. Whereas in this, it's essentially just like, you know, you're going to find out what is the most broken combo that you can do before you break that, right? You're going to wring every single hit out of that combo that you can before they burst out. And there's not any kind of mind game. There's no burst. So there's no counterplay of like, I'm going to play around them. Like, no, you just do the best combo you can. But it is worth noting that doing like different assist mechanics, like calling assists mid combo, as well as like the thing where they all fly in and do like an air combo on you, I believe those all extend the combo meter, or like they undo it a little bit. So there is like an incentive there of like the trade-off of focusing on damage versus focusing on unlocking more assists. If you unlock all your assists as fast as you can, you'll do more damage later. So that's where I think some of the decision making is meant to come in. But yeah, overall, I'm not crazy about like just combo meters in general in a game with no mechanic like KI combo breaker and counter breaker, but it is what it is. I think we'll get used to it and we'll find ways to have fun with the combo system, even with it having this limit. I will say I think that, you know, between playing this and 2XKO, I played them both a lot at EVO, and 2XKO definitely is more of a lab game. I think for sure you can play 2XKO for like dozens of hours just labbing stuff out, finding the most broken combos and setups and crazy nonsense that you can, and the game is really built for that. Whereas this game, I don't think is like that. I think this game, you will probably maximize combo potential and like cheap stuff potential fairly quickly, and most of the sort of depth of the game is going to come from the team mechanics and, you know, utilizing your assists and stuff like that. So that's the impression that I got. Again, these are both games that are aimed at new players, aimed to get you into the fun of fighting games quickly, but I think 2XKO seems to also have that further layer of like nonsense and brokenness and cheapness that I don't really get the impression that they're putting in this game from what I saw. And again, everyone thought in Dragon Ball FighterZ that the combo system was really simple and restrictive and everyone was just going to be doing, you know, LLM double jump, LLMH. But that's not how Dragon Ball ended up. The combos ended up really busted by the end and you could do crazy stuff. So it's possible that that potential exists here, but we'll have to wait and see. By the way, let's talk a little bit about using assist mid combo, right? So you can see here, by the way, that when he called the assist, it didn't raise the combo meter. So again, yeah, like assists are a way to get more damage without maxing them out on the combo meter. But I would say in general, it is very, very simple and easy to use assists mid combo, and it just kind of works. So this was something I felt in Dragon Ball as well. Like if you think about like Master Roshi assist in Dragon Ball, for example, if you hit them with Master Roshi assist, you're just guaranteed basically to be able to get a combo off it. If you compare it to something like Marvel, you kind of have to go into the lab a little bit and figure out, okay, does this assist work in this situation? Can I get them to the right height to be able to use this assist in combos? Whereas in Dragon Ball, and it definitely feels even more so in this, assists just work. They just work. If you hit someone with an assist mid-combo, they're going to be in a spot where you can combo them because they want you to be able to do it without having to think too hard. So again, I think there's a little bit less depth there in terms of like, you don't have to go crazy labbing out ultra-specific synergies. You can just call your assist and it works, which again is good for beginners, but I just wonder, will this game be a labber's paradise the way I think 2XKO probably will? Maybe not, but... yeah, let's talk about some other characters. I guess I've only talked about two so far. They haven't played Doom yet in this footage, but I loved Doom. Doom was not what I expected. Oh, here he is. Let's go. Call him in. No, okay. Doom was like a zoner, which I didn't expect. He has like Aegis Reflector, which he can put in front or behind you. And you can combine that with his lasers and stuff to really zone people out. Star-Lord, I kind of expected to be a zoner because his whole mechanic is his guns, right? But that's not really the case. He is kind of like, I would say, the other most beginner-friendly character behind Captain America. He's another 8-way air dasher like Iron Man, but I think he's pretty simple to get started with, and I think his unique mechanic of like switching gun elements is a really cool idea. As someone who liked Guardians of the Galaxy comics, I was glad that mechanic made it in because it's not really in the movies at all. So yeah, that was cool. So yeah, there you can see his down forward air dash right there on Iron Man. And look, like you just can't press anything on the way down here. I just really tried, and it just doesn't work that way. So yeah, it's a little bit interesting that he has 8-way air dash, but yeah, you just can't use it for the way that you would expect coming from Marvel games at all. But here he gets the combo, double jump combo, knocks him to the ground. There is wake up roll in this game. I haven't tested if roll is throwable like it is in 2XKO. That'd be interesting to check. But yeah, Oki probably not going to be that oppressive. We'll have to see. And obviously there's wall break, but unlike in Strive, I think that it's a little bit more deliberate. Like you kind of have to intentionally want to wall break because only certain moves do it. And here you can see when you get to the edge of the stage, right now they're in the far left of the stage. It's not actually possible to wall break over there. So no matter what you do here on this left side, you're not going to be able to get a wall break. So I think everyone who, again, was concerned that this is just going to be like Strive with Marvel characters definitely didn't feel that way to me. But yeah, we'll have to see the full potential of this wall system. Like there you can see the wall splat. I actually don't know With the wall splat there, is that untechable? That would be interesting, right? If like that's their solution to get you like broken Oki, is if you can get them all the way into the corner. I actually don't know. It looked untechable, right? And here you can see another unique mechanic. This is like, I've been calling this like the V-shift mechanic. It's like a counter. If they hit you when you're doing this like command backdash, they get hit. You can see it uses 1 bar of the assist meter. So like assists use this. Tagging during an assist uses this, I believe. I believe you can raw tag for free, but I think like to active tag into an assist uses 1 bar. This mechanic uses it, and then like the super dash mechanic uses it, and there's also a guard cancel that uses it. So a lot of things use this meter, if I'm correct about all those. Yeah, there's a super dash mechanic. I don't think we've actually seen it in this video, or if we did, I just missed it. It doesn't seem that good. I mean, okay, listen, it's good, but if you compare it to super dash, it's not even close, right? Super dash will like do quadruple tricks on it to find you anywhere on screen. This does not work like that. It has very slight homing. You'll home like up or down barely to find them, and it is projectile invincible. I think that's like the main use. But yeah, you can't like turn a 180 and hit them with the super dash mechanic in this game. So yeah, I think it's mostly meant to be like an anti-zoning tool. Other stuff I wanted to mention, the UI, I mean, I feel like it kind of goes without saying. I think everyone's already pointed this out, that this is just one of the greatest UIs I think I've ever seen in a fighting game. I mean, coming off of Strive, where I think one of the big complaints about Strive was the UI felt very soulless, like the life bars and stuff. It didn't have that like heavy metal flair that Guilty Gear was known for. And I mean, there's a bit of that here, right? Like, you know, the way the life bars work and the super bars, they do have like that very clean design, but there's some touches that just aren't there in Strive. Like, I don't know if it comes across with the video compression, but there's like Ben-Day dots here for the color and like down here as well. And then this, like, bro, how sick is this when you get the wall break and it like, bro, it becomes like a little comic panel and you just unlock the assist. So she comes in to be like, I'm ready. That's so sick. And when you pick your characters, hold on, let me go back. When you're assembling your team, you're literally like making a comic book cover here. Like, look, giant size one shot. Like, that looks so cool. Bro, it's so amazing. I hope the final game looks like this. So yeah, all that stuff is just absolutely mind-blowing. Yeah, I think Arxis knocked it out of the park in terms of the look and in terms of translating the characters to this game. I think Marvel should be really pleased that they went with Arxis to go with something a little different. And wait a minute, I didn't know you could do that. Wait, hold on. Okay, so he does beam into fly mode. Oh, okay, and then he just presses like M or H there, whatever button that is. Gets the overhead on the way down. Calls Doom Assist, and you can see Doom Assist. Pretty much every assist like this is going to give you like a rolling knockdown that you can combo off of. Like I said, it is so easy to combo off assists in this. I just noticed no one is playing Storm. I did play a good amount of Storm. She might have been the character I had the most fun with. Her like wind pushing mechanic is very fun, very addictive. It was fun to just do combos where, you know, I knock the opponent down in the corner, I set up a projectile, I use the wind to push the projectile down onto them, and then, you know, I get a mix-up. I really enjoyed that. I would say she was probably my favorite, then maybe Doom, and then Iron Man. Oh, we get a little peek at the at the button config here, and like even this menu, man, look, even this is like super thematic. Like, oh, these are like sketchbooks. Bro, it's so cool, man. It's hard to not be excited for this game, right? Like, I know we're definitely still in the honeymoon period. We got the beta coming in about a month. Like, I know once we've all had more time with the game, I'm sure we're going to start to see flaws with it and stuff. No game is perfect. But right now, it's like, it's hard not to be pumped, man. The spiritual successor to all those Marvel games that we love, you know, and, you know, obviously for me, coming from Dragon Ball FighterZ, the game that really blew up my channel, yeah, having Arxis make another team fighter, just so exciting. So yeah, I don't have too much more to say about the gameplay. If you guys have questions about it, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I'll be happy to answer any of them. Again, I only played for about an hour, so I don't know everything about the game. And you know how it is when you're in like a booth situation and you just want to get your hands on the game. We weren't like testing stuff out, like sitting there like, oh, what is this on block or whatever. No, we didn't do any of that. We just played matches, and it was a blast. I mean, look at the super flash here. This is so sick. Yeah, look, Unibeam Max, bro. So cool. I also, what do you think about the fact that there's numbers on the health bar? This is something I don't think I've ever seen in a fighting game before. It seems a little bit pointless and maybe a little bit distracting. Like it could cover up the health bar so you're not sure. But I do like that it tells you how much damage you did at the end of the combo. I like when games do that, like Tatsunoko versus Capcom did that. I really like that. There's some other game that did that, right? That I just can't think of right now. But anyway, yeah, the little damage numbers. Maybe it's nice because like in the moment you can see how much damage something does. Like I was curious about like what happens if you hit an assist, right? Because obviously it's a shared health bar. I actually didn't talk about that in this whole video yet. I'll talk about that a little bit, but yeah, it's a shared health bar, right? So I was like, what does hitting an assist actually do? But they actually take minor damage. So if you hit two characters, you basically are doing like 1.5 times or like 1.25 times extra damage. And I could tell that because I was looking at the numbers and I was like, oh yeah, there's a little number there for hitting the assist. Let's actually see. Can we see it here? Yeah. So you can see he's hitting the assist and the assist is taking some damage. So he's losing a little bit of health here. Just minor damage. And then he hits the point character and you can see it does like way more damage. So yeah, it seems like hitting the point definitely does more damage. But yeah, getting a happy birthday is not nothing in this. It adds a little bit of damage. And so yeah, the shared life bar thing. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Obviously, we've never seen that in a assist-style fighting game before. And it's going to take a little while to get used to. Like, the biggest thing is, like, when you're low on health, your instinct is just, like, tag, bro. Like, I got to find an opportunity to tag. Like, that's all I'm thinking when I get really low. And then you tag, and you're still really low. You just die anyway. So, yeah, it takes some time to change your mindset a little bit. And beyond that, also, the fact that it's rounds, right? I think overall, I enjoyed, like, the flow of the rounds. And it felt very addictive. Like, as soon as you lose one round, you're like, get me back in there. Like, I got this. You know, I'm back. Plus the fact that you get a new assist when you lose a round, that kind of adds to the addiction factor. It's like, all right, next round I got you because now I got my Doom assist or whatever. So I really enjoyed that. But yeah, it's definitely going to take some getting used to. I don't know. I'm curious what you guys think. I like that they are differentiating the game. Again, like Dragon Ball FighterZ, a game that I absolutely love. But it was very, very derivative, you might say, of the Marvel vs. Capcom games. Like, it worked the same as those games in like almost every way. The only big difference was like the fact that when you kill a character, you clash at round start. You don't get like incoming mix, which also obviously in this there's no incoming mix because you only have one life bar. So yeah, Dragon Ball FighterZ is a lot more similar, whereas this I feel like they're really, really trying to say, hey, this is not just Strive again, this is not just Marvel vs. Capcom again, this is its own thing. And from what I've seen, I think they're doing a great job. So yeah, again, the beta is what, the 5th? The 6th? Hold on. Alright, I had to pull up the beta trailer. Yeah, PS5 only. It is what it is. I guess it's the first time I'm like actually glad I have a PS5. I like never use that thing. But look at this, we got the tutorial in the beta. Only 6 fighters, which a bit of a bummer. I would have liked to see everyone that was in the trailer, you know, but it is what it is. We'll get the same roster that was at Evo. Bro, it looks so, oh, and this, the Hulkbuster, like the level 3 super. Okay, September 5th, I was right, yes. The 5th of next month. Make sure you guys register if you haven't already. The registration is a little confusing. Basically, I think you're just like registering for the general PlayStation 5 beta program. You're not registering like just for this game. So yeah, make sure you register for that. Look, they're baiting us. They put Ghost Rider and Spider-Man on the logo here and they're not in the beta. But it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed my little breakdown. Again, if you have any questions about the game, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.